Hello, my name is Juan Carlos Ladines Azalia. I'm with Dr. Niall Duggan from University College of Cork. We have co-wrote the paper From Yekaterinburg to Brasilia, the G20 and the BRICS, the road to nowhere. In this case, we're trying to address the collective identity of the BRICS and how important are in the matters of global governance. Usually the BRICS have been using international panels such as the G20 summits to address these problems. But still, it brings two main questions. The first one, can the BRICS uphold a collective identity, and even though they have different developmental agendas? And a second question, which is more related to the economic leap that China has produced, and how is this transforming into a particular or unique agenda rather than a collective one? In this paper, we have developed two main arguments. The first one is more related to the political position of the BRICS. For this, we have been tracking the evolution of the political statements in BRICS summits since Yekaterinburg in 2009 and the last one in Brazil in 2019. From this, we can see that at the beginning there was a commonality with the G20 in order to produce results and important decisions at global governance level. Although, in time we can see that there has been an eroding process and even a divorce. Well, they have produced two different agendas. What's the main reasoning here? The first one will be more related to the lack of political will of G20 members to reform economic international institutions such as the International Monetary Fund, IMF. The Board of Governors should be more inclusive in terms of emerging markets participation. This hasn't happened yet. A second point to analyze is the specific agenda that each BRIC member has. Brazil is more prone into the participation of emerging markets into global problem solutions dynamics. India, for example, more in the regulatory aspects of the international financial crisis, and Russia trying to be more an actor of influence. This, in the end, has set a series of questions of how strong can be the BRICS in holding as a unity, and how is this unity position will have an impact in global governance. The second question that was pending is about the economic leap that China has produced. Now, this in relations to the G20 brings to a different level of commitment, and that goes beyond the BRICS. We cannot deny that China has been an interesting agent, especially for the BRICS. Why is this? Because the BRICS rhetoric has been an idea of emerging states contesting Western domination. That has been useful in two ways. The first one is China's peaceful development policy, but the most important one has been China's expansion of outright investment, especially in under-regulated markets with low-cost barriers of entry. This has put China in a unique position. Even though these results can sound very promising, there are still two main limitations in terms of the BRICS that China doesn't feel very comfortable. The first one is about the structure. What do I mean by that? If we translate the BRICS idea to the new development bank, which has been a product, we can see that each BRIC member shares equal the weight of voting. Now, this complicates the decision-making process, especially in financial markets. We'd like to be more proximate to tendencies and rely on which shareholder has more power, so they can rely on proxies analysis. The second one is more in relation to emerging markets that want to produce good level of participation in global governance. Now, in terms of the BRIC, this has been difficult because each BRIC member is trying to produce its own way of development agenda, and we, in that sense, produce a success in global governance. This goes completely out of the sight of coherence and consistency in terms of a group that wants to produce an impact in global governance. Finally, we cannot deny that China is an important and relevant market in those terms, and it's also this economic leap has produced so much overwhelming among the other BRIC members that they are aware that they don't produce any effects on global governance. So there is a coexistence of need between these BRIC members and China at the same time. In parallel, we can see also that G20 is really aware of the importance of China. So this idea of China, BRICS, and G20, it's a triangular base that goes backwards and forwards in terms of necessities, or needs, and thus will push new elements of global governance agenda. Hope you like it. Thank you very much. We're more than welcome to receive comments and feedback. Thank you.